So, things that I never want to lose. That car. Car's awesome. Everybody that sees the car is like, that knows stuff about cars, is like, that's cool. That's a cool story. It's been to Alaska after it was built. Yeah. And now it's been on this adventure. And they're like, whoo-wee. So ready for this adventure to be over. I talked to a lot of people. And so another funny thing, one of my previous driving videos, I mentioned ideas that I found to be funny. This thing's got like skid plates under it. That come up thing, like it can go deep underwater. I've not tested many of these features yet. Anyway, so I have a therapist, I talked to a psychologist, I've talked to other psychologists, and one of like my funny ideas is like, if everybody had a therapist, or recently a psychologist brought up group therapy, meaning not in an actual setting where you're with a group of people, but like, you just talk to people and socialize. And that's a form of therapy. Therapists ask, like at the end of meetings or the beginning, they're like, okay, are you a threat to yourself or others? I'm like, nope. If everybody had therapy that resulted in them being asked, everybody in the world being asked if they're a threat to themselves or others, particularly others, and they all said no, then would people still hurt each other if everybody said no and truly believed it and acted on that? So things that, like when I find a place to set my weary bones down, hopefully I want a property for the rest of my life, I can have a cat. Yeah. I almost had this. No thanks to my mother. She led me to believe that I'd be able to have that, and that's why I made like several decisions post January 21st, because her email to me, if I were to take her at her word, it would mean that she was going to collateralize a loan on her home for $450,000 that I could use to have bought a controlling interest in the restaurant I used to part own. That's why my mother is like, our relationship is like severed. I don't need that, but something. She's helped a little bit. But, so when I get a place to live, I don't want these items to get damaged anymore. Like my kid's old stuffy, that sick Pikachu suit. I modify it and try not to wreck it. And then my two DJ decks, like the old one has a lot of like wear on it already, and it's still functioning pretty well, but the new one got wear on it. I almost got it repaired when I was in Texas, but I couldn't find the right kind of shop. That's something down the road, but when I find a home forever, when I find a forever home, I'm going to turn this stuff into art pieces. I need the teddy bear right now to snuggle it at night. The lonely periods throughout the year have been the hardest. But I've met like so many cool ass friends and stuff, gone on dates that are great, not gotten taken advantage of. People get let known of my situation. So that's the funny part, is the items. So there's the bear, Pikachu suit I drive around with, and then the car, all of the electronics. I have a bunch of like useless old cords that I should just get rid of, and then good ones that I should keep. I've pared down the amount of garbage I have pretty good. And then, I'm being very careful with the box that contains all the stones and seashells I gathered for various friends, like 8 different people. I made 8 different piles. I only escaped Cape Cod with 1 baby horseshoe crab shell. What else? Car, the things I've super glued to the car, like Pokemon cards. Gotta learn to play that game. And then keep looking at, when I look at the thing, I'm supposed to look at the camera, but I just like look at myself. Ew. So I've done good about not smoking and still vaping, but I got many miles to go. The nicotine pouches are expensive out here, and then I haven't come across a Costco to get the lozenges. I thought I had $300, $200 of lozenges like locked up in the black hole known as Big Sky, Montana, but I guess those don't exist. Like, I'm so confused. This whole process. Out of control. But I want to talk about that. So, yeah, say focus on one thing at a time, stay optimistic, you know, avoid alcohol and nicotine. Yep, doing it. My travels across the country and the people I met like 3 people yesterday that were awesome. One of them even bought me an extra hotel night at the Night's Inn. He just like threw $100 down so I could have another night of rest and I could, you know, talk more to him. And he had a 1-year-old son. He was in a custody thing. And I hear about these custody things and I'm like, really? Like, I don't want mine to go down some of these roads are just like, what? I cannot wait to like put my stuff in one place. So yeah, the bear, like when I finally get where I'm going, I'm gonna keep snuggling it until I don't need that kind of comfort anymore. It's my kid's old stuffy. They fought over who got to snuggle it. Then I found it in the thrift store. My kids started to hate the word snuggle like in the past year. They're like, Dad, you are allowed to say snuggle 3 times. How many times did I say it in this video? My kids are funny. I miss them so much. I went out to the Cape and spent a bunch of time with my father and my niece and nephew. They lost their mother last year, and it was like so good to spend time around family that wasn't my mother. And my dad told me like I should just stop communicating with her altogether. Unless I'm like careful, like I can't. I've wasted like days trying to get through to her and her family. Nothing. Days calling lawyers in Utah and then talking to my own lawyers in Montana. I follow instructions to the best of my ability and obey all laws. How are you doing?
All right, yourself?
It's been a long year. 14,000 miles on this thing.
14,000 miles.
Dude, I gotta tell you,